Wait a minute. Am I live? I am. Why does it look like this? Turned off for subscribers only mode. What is going on? Hmm?
TV in your room.
No.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to figure something out. Hold on a minute. Come on in, but I don't understand. I gotta fix some settings. Hold on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Turn this off because I thought you were. No, I'm gonna turn off the one in your room now.
Oil up this house. Yeah. It's kind of weird.
I was like, how you gonna do that? Oil up the house.
I don't know. Don't let them in.
I'm sure if you ask your sister to oil your scalp, she'll do it.
Yeah, it wasn't.
After she gets done.
It's worth it anyway. Oh my God, something. Looking in the cabinets, trying to.
Yeah, she's got all that stuff in her office. That's why you gotta ask her for help. Yeah.
Oh.
All her hair products are in her office.
Oh, okay. I'll ask her.
I'm sorry, guys. Here I am. Can you guys see me? Okay, here I am. All right. Y'all ready? Okay, you guys are here. Hold on. Woo, Billy's here, Cindy. Hey, y'all. So I'm using my glass so I can put in my, yes, my achote oil. If you could bring my little black fan, I would appreciate it too.
Yes, I can do that.
So I'm putting in my achote oil. I'm hoping that I don't have to. Let me see if I can get a strainer. Do I even have a strainer? I should. Yeah, I do. It's a big one, but oh well. Okay, that's enough for now. I should have put it in a bigger jar, but I didn't. Keep that there. So, you guys heard? Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. And
You still want the AC on?
yeah, no, I don't need it on. I'm trying to look and see how. Okay, here it goes. Share. Share to my Facebook. Next. And post. Okay. All right, let me see who's here. Laverne is here. Thank you. Carmelita, Debbie. I'm looking for Nicole's behind and everybody else. I see 54 people. The count is going up. Thank you, Yolanda. You should have some of this meal. Hey, Keita. Thank you. Everybody's coming in. Great. You should have some of this meal, and it is for you. You're just going to have to visualize your taste buds. You got, all right, here's what you have to do in order to taste this meal, okay? You guys know I'm going to come with some metaphysical stuff, right? Here's what you have to do. You have to give me permission to access your taste buds spiritually, okay? I'm going to do hypnosis and tap into your taste buds. And I'm going to do this. And as I'm eating, I'm going to think about your taste buds. And that's what's going to transfer the energy of my meal. And there you have it. Thank you, Billy. Billy said, please tap the heart on the right. You just over in Jersey. We need to meet. So that way you can come over for some food. Just got to meet you first. Look, on common ground in the mall. All right, so here we go. I'm going to do this. Hold on, guys. Let me get myself together here. Let me get my place together. Let me get everything together. Wipe everything down. I am using tap into your taste buds, Carmelita. I'm going to do that. See, that's the only way. See, in order for me to get into your energy, I need permission. Okay? And since you've given me permission, you're about to taste everything. This arroz gandules, just everything you're about to taste, okay? So, here's what I'm going to do. Let me put this over here. Here's my pink pot. Okay? It's my little rice pot. I mean, it ain't the best pot where, you know, it's like non-stick, but it used to be non-stick until my wife messed it up with Brillo pads. But anyway, I'm going to turn that on. Here's what I'm using. I am using Arroz gandules, as you can see. I mean, gandules. This is actually, gandules is for peas. Arroz is for rice. Okay? Arroz gandules is peas and rice. So, I'm going to use this. I'm going to, of course, use my achote oil that I just made. Matter of fact, I'm going to put a little bit of it on the bottom of the pan right now. Right now. There you go. Let me close this up. Close it up. This thing stains. So that, I'm going to use my sofrito. My homemade sofrito. I'm going to use my... Well, I don't use any of this because I already have my other stuff. Wait a minute, chat. Why can't I see the chat? Okay. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the chicken bouillon. I'm going to use my Goya olives. Of course, garlic, pepper, oregano, tomato sauce, and of course, some rice. Oh, and I had some chopped up ham from the store, but it messed up and it got old and I didn't trust it. So I just went and got a chunk of chopped up ham that I'm going to chop up, and I'm going to do that right now. So let me get all of these seasonings off of here, and I will prepare my rice as I am preparing this stuff. Okay? Now, Chef Carmen cutting board, y'all. What y'all saying up in here? What y'all got going? That in that jar is a choto that she just made. Yep. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, they cook the best, but when it comes to rice, you know, here's the thing with this. Because I'm from the Bronx, right? And Bronx is basically Puerto Rico, right? Well, I don't know about now. But anyway, I had the big metal rice pot. You know them rice pots that everybody use. You know what I'm saying? Them stainless steel, whatever, rice pots. My stove is an induction stove. It's a smart stove. I had to get rid of all of my damn pots. None of them work on this stove. And I had to get induction safe pots, which sucks. That's what I'm like, what the hell? Like, they don't tell you that before you buy it. You know what I'm saying? They don't tell you that you have to change your whole pot set. So I can't cook in that big, nice, you know, silver rice pot that everybody cooking. I have to use regular pot. I have to use induction pots. I'm like, if you got to use certain pots, then the pot should have came with the damn stove. So anyway, I'm still mad about that. And I don't like this oven because of that. If there's any reason why I wouldn't like it, it's because of that. So anyway, here's my ham. As a matter of fact, I might not even be able to cook this pot on this particular thing, because if it don't match up and line up, it goes out like it's doing right now, which sucks. Oh my Lord. Okay. It's not working on here. The thing about this induction pot, it's not big enough. Let me try it again. Don't get a smart stove. It's not smart. Let me see if it stays. Nope, it keeps going out. You see that? That don't make no damn sense. I hate that. Hold on. So now I have to use another pot. I have to use a whole different pot. Thank you, Nicole. I have to use a whole different pot. This pot is not working on here. It'll work if I put it on the smaller eye, but I don't want to put it over there. But I want it in this pot. Hold on a minute. Damn. Don't get a smart stove, guys. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It discriminates against your pots. So now I'm going to have to put this on the small eye. Let me see if it stays. Okay, it's taking it on the small eye. That don't make no damn sense. That don't make no sense. No, Nicole. This is not even a Dutch oven. This is just a regular pot. It's not even a Dutch oven. I can put a Dutch oven on it because a Dutch oven is mainly cast iron. So it takes cast iron. Thank you guys so much for the hearts. It takes cast iron, and it takes all the other pots that I have. They have to be induction proof though, right? Sometimes with some of these pots, because this bottom part is not filling the whole space of that big round part, if it don't fill almost the whole space, that eye won't come on. And here's the crazy part. When I use any other, like my black pots that I've been using, it could be way smaller than this eye right here. It could be way smaller. And it'll cook. It'll stay on. But these pots right here, they're induction safe, but it doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't pick up the energy of the pot. And so I got to move it from eye to eye. And now I got to cook this on a small eye. No, it's not smart to get a smart stove. I had this whole entire kitchen done. And this wasn't a gas house. I prefer gas. I prefer fire. I haven't had fire since I lived in New York City. When I lived in the Bronx, I had all fire. I moved out to Long Island. They were all gas. They were all electrical rigged. And so I have to use a converter and get gas, and then I have to buy a whole new oven, whole new stove, which I don't mind doing. I'll probably end up doing that next year. Or I got to deal with this. So it's not smart to get a smart stove. I thought I was being techie. Oven for my... No, don't get an induction. Okay, here's the thing. Induction stoves are great. They have their qualities. For instance, I can move this pot off the stove, and within 2 minutes, that eye is cool. So it's safe for children. It's safe for older people. You won't burn yourself. There's no fire involved. It turns off automatically if you keep it on. When you move your pot and you turn it on, and you forget to turn the eye off, it turns itself off. It actually stops heating. If I move this away, you see how I moved that away? See how it went off by itself? Though I got to clean that eye. But it goes off by itself. So it's a lot of perks to it. It's just that you need the right pots. So you can get it. You just need the right pots. All the black pots that I've been using, they've been working on it. All the induction pots I've been using, they've been working on it. But some pots, like this pink pot, it's not... The eyes don't pick it up. If like you have to have it on the perfect eye. I can't put a small pot on a big eye. It's not going to pick up the signal. So, I don't know. If I were you, I'd get gas, but that's just me. Anyway. So here it is, guys. I'm getting ready to make this a roast skin donuts. I got to make it on a small pot, on a small eye. All right? Now. Oh, jeez. Hold on. Let me just move this over here, because now I'm going to cut up this ham. I'm going to cut up this ham. And I'm not using all of it because I don't need that much. But I'm going to cut up little chunks. Guys, please like this live. Hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up, please. Okay. Y'all see that? Put that right in here. Right in that oil. And I like the smaller chunks. Like when you buy it from Walmart or a supermarket, it comes in real tiny, tiny chunks. These are really kind of big. But it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Okay. Let's freeze this. What are y'all saying? Hey, Teresa. Oh, thank you, Girl Dad. She said, hit that like button. I appreciate you, Girl Dad. Oh, Lord. Don't mind the commercials, guys. Support me and look at them. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my homemade sofrito. I'm going to take my homemade sofrito. And I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to put about 2 heaping spoonfuls up in here. Everything is better with sofrito. Everything. Life is better with sofrito. Woo! Put an 11 in the chat if y'all can hear me, or just say simple, or simply say yes, you can hear me. Let me know that you guys can hear me. I'm gonna put this right here. Let me know that you guys can hear me, guys. Oh, you could. Okay, good. Chef Carmen, spatula. Y'all see I put that sofrito in there? Now, here's what else I'm going to put in there. I'm going to put some adobo. Let me move this spoon. Put some adobo up in there. That's all-purpose seasoning. I'm going to put some pepper, because everything's better with pepper. I'm going to put some garlic powder, and I'm also use some real garlic in here. I'm going to use some some chicken bouillon. That also gives it really good flavor. Usually, if you have a pack, get about a pack or 2. Okay? Now, I said I wasn't going to use any sazon, but guess what? I lied, because I just can't help myself. Even though I got the chote working on there, I still need a little bit of that. And I'm also going to use some oregano. Okay. Where's my garlic? Where's my garlic? And actually, hold on. Hold your mule. Y'all see that? I have it on medium. And guess what? I want another sazon. Because it's not red enough for me. I know I need stuff red. Okay? Then I'm going to take my garlic and I'm going to mince it. Because I want the full flavor, juices and all up in there. All up in there. Okay? Then, mix all of that around. Okay? Get that good all on the bottom. Keep it from sticking. Scrape all of that up so it won't get turned black. How does that look, guys? Does it look good? Let me know. Let me know in the chat if you approve. Thank you for the hearts. I'm going to use some Goya olives. All right. Laverne said it looks good. Use as many of these as you want. But I can tell you one thing. It is nothing better than biting into an empanada and not having any olives, and then you catch that little piece of olive. The same thing is true with this rice. You get a couple of olives on your plate. You bite into that olive, it's the bomb. As you see, I'm scraping the bottom of the pan, which means my rice is probably going to stick a little, so I got to be careful. See, I keep scraping it so nothing sticks. I should transfer it over to my black pot where it's definitely not going to stick. But that's okay. I made perfect rice in this pot before. Perfect rice. Let me taste this seasoning right here. Y'all want to taste that? I'm going to taste it. That's so good. Okay. So I got my olives up in there. Then I'm going to use a little bit of this. Just a little bit of Goya tomato sauce. Goya tomato sauce. Not too muchy. Maybe that's it. Not too muchy. Not even half the can. Not even half the can. Y'all see that? I keep scraping the bottom of the pan because I want to get the good and I don't want it to burn. So y'all see that? While I'm doing that, I'm going to prepare some rice. And I'm going to put this on low so that way it won't be too bad. Where's my rice? Right here. I use jasmine rice. Don't want to put too much. I'm going to wash this rice because that's what you do. You wash the damn rice. You wash the rice. You guys, if you haven't gotten your Chef Carmen products, make sure you go to her website, www.chefcarmenhx.com. And even if you got it, if you're having big Thanksgiving, if you're having family for Thanksgiving, order a few more of these. So that way when you cook it with your family and friends, you can have some aprons to cook with. And order her knife and her cutting board. Make your family, in other words, make your family her customers too. Make your family her customers. Just in case I didn't say that, I wasn't sure. I'm getting all the starch out this rice. I clean it until it runs clear. Now, jasmine, yeah. Jasmine is all you use, yep. Now, always clean the top of your can because you know them stores, some of them be have, you don't know if they have roaches in them and stuff. I'm going to open up this. I'm using, black people call it pigeon peas. Puerto Ricans and Spanish people call it gandules. And I'm using all this juice. And I'm just putting it up in here. See that? Now, I'm going to let this cook and I'm turning it up a little bit higher. And I'm going to let that cook for a few minutes. Good afternoon. Happy Football Sunday to you too. Hey, Angela Azik. You didn't get a notification. I thought you was on my live. Jesus. Mm-hmm. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my rice. Y'all know what I decided to do? I decided to use my Dutch oven. Because I just really don't want to use that small eye. And that's just what I'm going to do. I changed my mind. And it's probably, look, it's non-stick, so. Let me make sure that my induction stove pick it up because you know it be acting funny. Let's see if it stay. Yes, it's staying. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this and I'm pouring it all up in there. Okay? So, here we go. Let this get hot. This is ham, olives, gandules, pigeon peas. This is all of that. Let me see what y'all saying. When Nicole's starting. Okay, so now I'm going to add my rice. I'm just eyeballing it. I may have washed too much rice. Okay, put it all in this little bowl. So I'm just eyeballing it because I don't want to overdo it and have too much rice. And the other rice is just going to have to do what it do. I don't know. Hold on. So I'm mixing this all in my rice. And I'm going to let my rice cook with it for a minute, about 5 minutes. Every time I do this and let the rice sit in there, it comes out so good. So it looks like I might have washed too much rice, but I'm going to use as much as I can. I just don't want to overcrowd it because I don't want it to get soggy. And that's what happens. You get soggy. Okay. You see that? I only have a little bit of rice left. And, you know, it is what it is. Y'all know I always got to leave a little bit of something. Dinner is going to be about 6 o'clock. I'm going to come back on. After I prepare this, I'm going to come back on. I'm actually going to prepare this whole rice dish for y'all. So I'll be here until this is done. Because this is going to be done in like 20 minutes. And I'm going to have a nice little talk. Give you guys some gems. Okay. You taste it. Make sure it's not too spicy. It's good. Now, let me add some water. Good thing about adding the rice first is that you can eyeball it. If you add the water first, the liquid first, remember I already used the liquid from the peas. So if you add the liquid first, then you run the risk of having, you know, too much liquid and too much rice. Like, I mean, it's just best to have the rice in there and then add the liquid. Nicole said Billy talking about let's go Steelers. I figured it was a typo. Using a double instead. Oh, okay. Now, a lot of people use a lot of water for liquid for their rice. Not me. I like rice to be nice and al dente. I don't like it mushy, and I don't like it overcooked. So that's about as much as I'm going to put in there. Let me just taste this broth. Oh my God, that's so good. So that's the rice. I'm going to bring it to the boil and then I'm going to cover it. I'm just putting up my stuff. Okay, here I am, guys. Here I am. First, I got my watermelon. Where's the top to my rice? My achote and all my stuff. My sofrito. Just clean up a minute before we chat. Just clean up. Woo. So I didn't ask you guys about you. What are you guys doing today? Besides watching football. How many of you guys are watching the game? I don't know who's playing because I'm not into football. But I do want to know when the Super Bowl is because I love the Super Bowl. I like the energy of the Super Bowl. I like all that positivity and anxiety, I guess, of a Super Bowl. This is sticking also. I could have kept it in the other pot for that matter. Now the thing with arroz gandules, you can mix in the rice. You can do that. Even midway as a regular rice, you wouldn't want to do that. But this rice, you can. So since it's like that and it's boiling, now I'm going to turn it down on simmer, medium. Not even medium, simmer. And I'm putting that on it. And there you have it. I know it's in like December or something, right? That's the only part of the bowl at football I like. I don't understand it. I do understand it. I just choose not to put too much energy into it because it's not something, I don't get a thrill out of it, but I get a thrill out of people wanting to win. I get a thrill out of, you know, everybody's hope and everybody's aspiration to really win. And I love going for the underdog. Rooting for the underdog. So I like that. I like all the hype of it. Hold on. I like all the hype of it. Well, me, myself, is laying in my watching and cook. Watch you cook and Billy supporting crime. Oh, Lord. Billy. We gonna have a chat. You know I'm gonna drop some gems, right? While that rice is cooking. But for first, get me some more watermelon. Hold on, let me get my sister some watermelon. Ooh, Des, want some watermelon, honey? Huh? Get some watermelon. And I'm cooking a nice dinner for us. So the next thing I'm going to be making is my yellow plantains. Now, I prefer these to be black, like old and black and soft and sugary. But they didn't have any. But these are yellow plantains. These are not bananas. These are regular yellow plantain. So I'm hoping when I cook them, they come out nice and sweet. I'm just hoping. And if not, it doesn't matter. They're still good and sweet. All right. Woo, Lord. Why don't I feel that fan? Penny, watch it. What's next year, Angela? Last thing, God, yellow watermelon, and left it sitting too long. Oh, you had to toss it? I still haven't gotten any yellow watermelon this year. I just haven't been up to Riverhead. In a week or two, I'll be eating my watermelons. I have about 7 that it was originally like 17. It's got like 6 or 7 now, and it's fine. But I should be cutting them next week or the week after. And I will be showing you guys my watermelon. Somebody said that I don't eat down to the rind, and I just realized I don't. I've been leaving a lot of meat on this. They do deliver. I'm to find out to deliver where you are. Oh, you know what? Yeah. I don't know if the farms up here. See, we have a lot of farms out here. I have a lot of farms even where I live at. On the east end of Long Island, it's a lot of farms. I don't know if they're delivering anything. Uh-oh. Billy said the Steelers is leading or some crap. Gotta give Penny some. Woo! This should be done in about 10-15 minutes. Oh, Pittsburgh won. So does that mean it's over? Your dog look. Your dog. Your dog love watermelon too. Here, Penny. Yeah. That's my last piece. Look at her. I can't eat nothing by myself. Here. Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, good. See, I like that energy. Mmm. That's a good hydration. Nicole, watermelon and cucumbers mix. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm done with that. Chicago just beat Tennessee. I thought it was Atlanta. I thought it was Atlanta and Pittsburgh. Now Chicago and Tennessee. Like, is it football games going on simultaneously that I don't know about? Oh, first game of the season. All right, I'm excited for y'all. The hell? I'm real excited. Now let's check on this rice. Many games today. Every Sunday. Oh, okay. Now y'all see that, right? Now, I'm going to stir it because I can. And the reason why you stir it is to let it breathe. To let the rice breathe so it won't get too soggy. Y'all see that good up in there? You see all of that? The ham, the olives, the gandules. You see all that up in there? So I'm just moving it around just to get it moved around. Okay? And of course I'm eating off of the spoon. Now, cover it for another 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and it should be done. It should be done. Mm-hmm. Woo! Excuse you, Angela Penny doesn't beg. Oh! Dog lovers, you can't talk about that. She acts very politely. Stares and bat her beautiful eyes. She sure do. She sits up there like this. And then she takes it nice and easy. And I didn't even realize Angela said just begging. The hip-hop hell. Oh my God. That is funny. Okay, so boom, here it is. Let's talk. Okay, y'all ready to have a little conversation? About some important stuff? Now watching Dallas Cowboys. Thank you, Laverne is ready. Dallas Cowboys at Cleveland Browns. I don't even have time to get into games. I can't. There's so many movies I got to catch up on. it's so many things that I have to catch up on, that my life is so full. My plate is so full. I have no time. I choose the beach over sports, because that's my time to meditate. That's my time to meditate. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, so y'all know, well, I don't know if y'all know. I don't know if you guys saw my reel today, right? My reel was titled, "You Don't Owe Anyone Perfection." That was the title of my reel. All right? You don't owe anyone perfection. Anyone perfection. And what I mean by that, and that reel that I posted earlier, it was actually an old reel. I don't know how old it was. It may have been from last year. But us content creators, we repurpose things. Okay? We repurpose our videos, because especially when you're doing something meaningful like I do, because my messages are always going to be the same. I need my nails done seriously bad. So we don't owe anyone perfection. And what that means is that, we all have people in our lives, in our lives, when it comes to family or friends, who want to point out things about you that may not be right, or that may not be perfect, or point out flaws in your life, you know what I mean, and remind you of flaws that you may have. And here's the thing, all of us are in a transformation zone. Every single one of us. We are all in transformation, and we will continue to be in transformation until the day that we leave this earth, right? Physically anyway. And so living by the expectations of other people, whether it's even your family, your parents, living in the expectation of other people will steal your joy. You really have to have the courage to show up and be who you are. When people pick out things about you that reminds you that you're not perfect, because I don't know if anyone even thinks that they're perfect. I hope not. I know that I'm perfect, that I'm perfectly imperfect. I know that I am not perfect, but I'm perfect for who I am today. You know what I'm saying? And we constantly grow, and we constantly grow, and we have to evolve. And whatever so-called imperfections we have, I know that we are working out, especially if you're the type of person that self-reflect, and especially if you're the type of person that aim to grow. You know what I'm saying? I know that for the most part, especially people who are trying to do better and get to a better place in their lives, we strive to be our best selves for that day. But that's for me, not for you. Okay? That's not for you. And so we don't owe anybody perfection. And we don't have to try and be perfect, because when we try and be perfect for other people, then that's like apologizing for being who you are. That's like apologizing for being who you have evolved to become in this moment, in this day. And if you're any age, if you have lived any long, big age, over 40 and 50 years old, that means that you have transformed yourself many times over. And even though the changes are very small, they still count. So the point is that no one is where you think they're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be living life according to how you think that we should be living life. We're not supposed to be showing up in life according to the way that other people feel that we should be showing up in the life. We're not supposed to be doing life or doing anything the way that other people do everything. And we're not supposed to be trying to meet their expectations either. So if you're being judged by people, if you're being put down by people, if people are always pointing out things that are wrong about you, you know what I'm saying? Don't give in to that. And now if enough people are telling you that it's a flaw, but it's a flaw that actually is affecting other people, then of course, take it into consideration and see what it is that you may be doing that may be hurtful to somebody else. Because if you have a few people pointing out something that you're doing wrong that's hurtful to somebody else, then maybe you should absolutely consider that. But If whatever is going on with you grinds somebody else's gears and it has nothing to do with their lives and it doesn't impact anyone else except for you, then grow at your own pace. Do whatever it is that you want to do and just try to get better at being better at whatever it is you choose to get better at, not according to what somebody else is saying that you need to get better at, not according to what somebody else is pointing out negatively about you. Okay? We all have to be comfortable enough. Life is hard enough. We all have to be comfortable enough to be in our own skin, to show up in our life, to show up authentically in our lives. We all have to have the courage to do that, because there's too many people knocking us down. Life is knocking you down, first of all. And on top of life, then you have people that are fault finding and picking out things about you. You know, and it's always somebody that's close to you. You know, it's always a family, it's always relatives, it's always friends, it's always, or whoever is in your circle. Give me that desk.
This is trash.
I know. It's trash, girl.
That's what it's looking for.
You know, so we got to get to a point where, hey, Bernadine, where we are happy with who we are in that moment. And that no matter what anyone else says about us, no matter what anyone else says about you, that you deserve to change at the pace where you feel you need to change. You deserve the space to be whoever you are in this moment, especially if it's not affecting anyone. So when it comes to affecting other people, okay, and it comes to a point where it's a social issue like bullying, or, you know, something of that nature, then of course, you know, if it bothers you enough, then of course, you know, do what you got to do to help change that situation or bring awareness to that situation. But to live according to other people's standards, you should never want to do that. Thank you so much for the hearts. You should never want to do that. You should never, never, never do that. Doing that will be sacrificing who you really are. And like I said, all of us are imperfect versions of ourselves, right? And imperfect meaning according to other people's standards. We are all perfectly made. Even in our imperfection, we are all perfectly made. Angela, my sister's fine. I had to tackle her hair, child. Her hair's longer than mine. And boy, was it like this. It was so huge. And her hair is even thicker than mine. And so I had to put it in sections. I had to wash it. I blew dry it. It came all the way down to here when I blew dry it. Then I had to flat iron it some, because she never wears her hair flat iron ever, ever, ever. She probably haven't had a flat iron in 10, 20 years. But I did that to make it more manageable because she's here, and that way I can get to it better. Well, she can do her own hair. She knows how to do her own hair. But at least she'll have an easier time doing her own hair. So I flat ironed it a little bit. It doesn't look flat ironed. It's just got the, you know, kink out, because she has a really coarse texture to her hair. Real coarse texture. So I did that, and then now I got to do the biscuits hair. I got to take out them little braids and kind of braid his hair up for school tomorrow, for this week. So yeah, we don't owe anybody perfection, and we don't have to make an excuse. We don't owe anyone an excuse for being who we are. You know, if someone doesn't get you, then let them not get you. You have to be okay with them, you know, having a problem with whatever it is, you know, because we all need room to grow. We all need space to grow, and we all have something to work on. And that's why I never point out anything, any kind of imperfection on people, especially if it's, and when I'm talking about pointing out, I'm not talking about a social issue like anti-bullying. I'm talking about I do not point out anything to anybody, whatever it is they're doing wrong, whatever it is. First of all, I don't even think that anybody do anything wrong. I think everything happens for a reason. So in my spiritual mind, there is no right or wrong way, right? There is no right or wrong. It's just choices that we make, and there's consequences with every choice, right? So I don't believe in good and bad and right or wrong, or the wrong path or the wrong road. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I think all roads lead to something great, even if it feels bad. You get a lesson out of it. But I don't ever point out anything that a person does, because, and I try, well, let me say I try not to, because I know that I have my own things to fight to, that I'm working on. I have my own things that I'm working on. How do I find the time? You know what I mean? And if somebody does something that kind of grinds my gears, I fix myself. I don't. It's no need for me to even, you know, if something is hurtful, I'll tell somebody if they hurt me. But I'm not going to say, oh, I don't like that you do this. Or I don't like that you do that. Or I'm not going to make fun of what the way someone look. And I'm not going to make fun of how they show up. And I'm not going to make fun of how they speak. And I'm not going to make fun of whatever it is they do. Because everyone is an individual people. And none of us have evolved to the point where we have room to point out or talk about anybody in a negative fashion. Right? And if somebody does something to grind your gears, then it's up to you to change yourself. That has nothing to do with the person that's grind that you know, the reason why your gears are all messed up. You have to find a way not to be irritated or agitated about a person's behaviors. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me show you this rice. I had it on a little bit high. I didn't realize it. And it's done. And let me turn it off. It's done. This is done. Look. You guys see that? This is done. You see? Now I'm stirring it. I'm just moving it really. I don't want it to get mushy, so I want to get all the air, all the heat out of it now because I don't want it to overcook. Especially in this pan. This pan will still continue to cook it. So I want to move it to get all this out. Do you guys see this? You guys see it? Let me know. What do you think? You see how loose that rice is? You see that? You see that? Yep, I'm going to taste it. I'm going to taste it. And I'm going to taste it with that olive. It's absolutely perfect. It's not mushy. It's loose. Oh, the olive. Let me see. Without the olive. Guys, this is it. This is it. Look at that. I'm moving it around to get the steam out so it can stop cooking. That's why I'm moving it. The rice is loose. Look. It's loose. See that? Yeah, it's stuck to the bottom, but it's not burnt. Trying to get the heat out of all of the... Woo! Woo, woo. Y'all see that? What y'all think? Oh, my Lord. This is so good, guys. This is so good. I should have cut those olives in half, though. They are kind of big. want to taste? It's so good.
I'm going for a walk with
Okay.
that aloe. Yep, yep, that's it.
I'm giving all of it. Blow it.
Is it hot?
Yes, it's hot.
Delicious. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. I'm on my 4th fork. This is why I'm not going to eat dinner.
Uh-uh.
It's good. All right. That's the guy. So here it is. Yeah, I put the fork back in. You know why? Because it's my wife, my house, my pot, my food. I might say, oh, you put your fork back in. My family eat off of me. And especially my wife. Anyway. I'm letting all this air out. Perfect. Perfect. Yep. And that's it. I know, right? I don't want to, you know what? I do want a small plate. You know I don't eat out of paper or plastic. So. Okay. That is delicious, guys. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. And I'm gonna leave the lid off because I don't want it cooking anymore. You saw how easy that was to make? Guys, that was 20-minute cooking time. And I don't even know if it was that. Yeah, it probably was 20 minutes cooking time. This fork is long. This is going to be good with the pernil. I'm going to show the pernil to y'all right now. That's so good. Hold on. Ugh. I smell it. Let me see. Ugh. It still has another 2 hours left. So this is just an hour in. Just an hour in. Oh, I know you didn't. It's just that I know you didn't say it because of the fork. You said it because I kept on taking forkfuls. Like, just put some in the plate and eat it, for crying out loud. Hold on. So it's still hard. I mean, this top part is cooked. Yeah. Burn, girl. I need one of them juice suction thingies, because this have so much and I gotta try and get it without spilling. Ooh, look at that piece that's cooked. You know what? I need a smaller spoon. Yeah, baste the right. Stop tasting. You won't have room for dinner. You know what? I never have room for dinner because I'm always tasting. Carmelita, so too late for that, child. Oh, I know. It is good, but I don't want to turn it over now because it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. Look, I'm going to take a time. Look, the meat is good enough for me to take this and put it on my rice. Pick a little bit of that on my rice. That's what I will do. Okay. Ooh, what happened? Why is this thing off? We found out the oven was off all that time. Yes, yes, Laverne. It was for flavoring and coloring. And had I let it sit more, it would have gotten more red. See? That's the chote oil. It gives it that color. It wasn't necessarily the tomato sauce. The tomato sauce was for flavor, but it didn't give it that color. The chote gave it that color, and then a little bit of the sazon that I put in there. But typically, when I use a chote oil, I don't need the sazon. I just put it in anyway because I don't know, just because. I haven't cooked one of those shoulder pork in 20 years or so. Really? My family love it. I make it at least 4 times a year. And not at least, at best 4 times a year. I make it at least twice. I had to cut that olive in half. Them olives are a little bit big. It's a little bit overpowering when it's too big. That oil just took it up a notch. Yeah, I can't, by the time it's time to eat, I don't eat. Because it is. It's good. This is so good. Oh yeah. I'm not an olive lover. I don't eat olives out of the jar. I'm not eating it on salad either. I eat it either in this type of rice or in my empanadas. That's so good. That's so good. Lena, is the pork shoulder meat? Hold on. To make tamales? Yeah. To make tamales, yeah, but not empanadas. But yes, and even empanadas, if you want to do empanadas, you can use that pork meat for anything. But yes, them pork tamales, yes, and I know how to make those. So I'm gonna make those for you one day. Those are really good. Yeah, but I'm not the type that, you know how people love olives and eat black olives and eat it on this stuff. I can't do it. I don't eat mushrooms. I need to love to eat. I want to learn how to love mushrooms. That's what I want to do because I know how important they are for your health. I know all the healing benefits of mushrooms, and I got to I got to align it in my head somehow. I'm going to meditate on it and try to spiritually drive my mind to liking mushrooms. You know what I mean? For health reasons. But child, I'm done. I'm not eating anymore, but this is good. See, now that all the steam is out, now I can cover it. Now that all the steam is out, I can cover it. Now it's not cooking anymore. It's not mushy, it's perfect. So now I can cover it halfway. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to come back. I'm going to be on Facebook. When this pernil is done, I'm going to come back and I'm going to make the sweet bananas and put the whole meal together and show you guys how that crust, how the skin gets nice and crispy. All right? So, thank you, Vedette. I will see you guys in my next video. Give me about a couple of hours. I would say I'll probably be on, I don't even know what time it is. 4:30, 5:30, 6 o'clock. I'll be back on about 6 o'clock, and it won't be on YouTube. It may be on YouTube. It may be on both, all right? So, I'll see you guys then. Enjoy your football. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you guys in a couple of hours. Bye-bye. How do I end this? This is weird. How do I end it? Okay. Boom. To stop streaming. And here we go.